Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and everyone throughout this crazy world, this is the Monkey Man, and I want to do another episode of Let's Talk About It. And honestly, I don't know why I decided to just hit this record button and start talking about this, but I feel like it's the only thing keeping my head straight right now. So today, I want to speak about mental health. The whole thing about it. The whole reason I wanted to do this. I want to speak on my mental health. How bad it is. How twisted it can make you. I've seen a lot of stories on YouTube. I've heard a lot of people talk about mental health through songs and stuff like that. A lot of people talk about, oh, I have mental health. Oh, this guy pretends they have mental health. Oh, I'm trying to get views or whatever. I have yet to see many videos. Let me rephrase that because I can't say that. I haven't seen many videos or many people talking about what actually happens in their head. The actual thought processes that go through one's head when their mind goes from 0 to 60 million like that. So, with me, I'm weird. I'll have plenty of times I'll just be normal, just going throughout my normal day. And then it'll just be just one little thing. It could usually just be next to nothing. It could be the most simple things. And my head will spiral down a twisted path and just go nowhere fast. And sadly, this has been happening pretty much most of my life. Now, when I say sadly, put it into consideration, when it comes to things like that, everybody tells me, oh, look at the things you're thankful for. Let me paint a picture here, alright? I have, for the most part, a family that loves me and stuff like that, who care for me and everything. Except for my 10-year-old niece, I really hate to say it, my mind stops there. Like, I have no easy way of saying this to anyone or to my family who will see this eventually or come across this. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I do this, but it is the truth. My mind stops at, okay, they're my family. Of course they care about me because I came from one of them. But other than that, okay, that matters nothing. They're just people to me. So that already brings me in one kind of mindset to begin with. If I can't even see people that I should see as grateful and stuff like that, because I know there are people that grow with one father, grow with no parents, live in foster care, grow up poor, because like I say in all my things, I was raised upper middle class. I had a good childhood and everything like that. But I don't know how to easily explain it, but it means nothing in my eyes, to my head. And the prime thing with me, which is the most terrifying thing that I live with every day, is despite whatever this and that, I live my life alone. People have tried offering me advice. Fucking, oh, love yourself. Oh, think positively. Keep yourself together. Everybody loves to say those words. Don't nobody want to tell you what that means. Especially for someone who has never liked themselves, who tries desperately to change himself for the better so he's not that person again. Let me rephrase it. This. Like, I don't see much positivity in this life. Like, the world is shit. The only positive thing I've seen is my niece, and I can only glance at that temporary. I don't live with my 10-year-old niece. I don't get to see a smile from my niece and a hug from her every day. I get a little bit of peace when I see her, but as soon as I jump in the car, I turn into a horrible wreck because it's over. I go with my family and put on a smile, try to be happy. As soon as I get in my car, it's over. I'm back to sad, lonely me. Now, I have a few friends. People who are supposed to be there for me. Supposed to. When I reach out at my lowest, they try to tell me those exact same things. Oh, love yourself, this and that. And yet when I try to dig further, or I try to, as best as I can, explain to them that those techniques don't work for me, they give up. Or just leave me be. With me, it's hard to talk to people. Like, I can't talk to people unless I'm at work, in which case I have to speak to someone, in which case I can kind of muster it up because shit, I'm getting paid for it. But randomly going up to anyone, man, woman, whatever, try and spark up a conversation and talk, I can't do that. Try to be outgoing and things like that, I can't do that. If I go in a public place, I'll end up in a corner, just to myself. If I'm in a group, I'll just end up out of that conversation. The conversation and talk will go on, but I'll just disappear. I don't intend on it. I want to be social and talk with people and be happy, but the more I go, just the more it seems like, oh, you guys don't give a shit about me. Okay, moving on. Let me just live my lonely life. Depression destroys me. Gets rid of all my influence. I love my music. And sure, I enjoy drawing from time to time. I can't do it when I'm depressed. When I'm like this. With my music, it's hard. Because the music I write is about what's in my head. Because I have no other way. That's why I'm recording this. Like, I have no other way to try and understand what the hell is wrong with me unless I look at my problems, which leads to me seeing my problems and just reminding myself of how bad I am, how worthless I am. And that's not a life anybody should ever have to live, but I have no other easy explanation to say, minus the fact that it does. And I reemphasize, I have no reason, or for the most part, no real reason I should be this low. Like, I'm not doing like hard drugs. Like, I do things here and there, not crazy, but I have very good control. I don't drink anymore. Like, I'm not homeless. I have a family that, for the most part, is together. For the most part. I have a job. I have a car that I pay out of an arm and a fucking limb for it. Like, I have things that I should be happy for, but I'm not. Like, okay, I have a car. So? Okay, I have a family. An actual family. So? Like, I have friends and stuff like that. They hardly ever like, I can't expect them to keep up with me the way I need it to be. But it also hurts when I just ask for a little bit of just listening, please just sit so I can try and calm down. And they look at me like I'm an evil person. I don't try to be an evil person. I don't try to be negative. I don't try to be a Debbie Downer, everything like this. But because of this, that's always where I go. And then another thing that goes with it, and this again will be another video, as I explained on the decline or the descent. My drug problems that I had back then quite most likely has affected me in a very horrible way. My memory, my physical memory, has been thrown all the way to shit. I could say about half or a good bit of the fights that sometimes happen because I said something or someone thought I said something and I have no recollection of it. Like, I can use retail for an example. Common saying that I've always said is, the people who love you. The people who hate you get you fired. All it takes is a certain amount of bad customer reviews. That's it. You can be the hardest working person at that store, but if the customers don't like you or just had a bad day and just want to use your name and throw it under the mud, that's it. I've had people come to me and say that I have sexually harassed people. I would never, ever, upon normal situations. I try my best to spark up a conversation. People say I talk sexual to them. People say I speak inappropriately towards them when I'm not trying. Or I don't know what the fuck they said. I've had managers come to me and repeat what customers claim I said, and I look at them with the most revolting look of shock and disgust. Like, I would never say that. These people believe I did. I've done things that I don't remember. I can't even remember a week anymore. And that is another thing that just terrifies me. Like, I can't even remember last week. I can't remember anything about me. Because of that, I don't know if it's because of that or one of the reasons, but that affects me with my depression. Okay, I have no choice but to be proven wrong, and someone tells me that I did this. If I had a nickel for every time I have told just the most randomest person, all I can do is say I'm sorry, because I legitimately don't remember ever in my life saying that. But you are saying that I did. And I have no choice but to accept that I probably did, and I legitimately don't remember it whatsoever. Things that normally I would never say. Again, I try to be as positive and happy as I can. But the things that I have been claimed to say and do, I'm a monster. I'm a fucking monster. And that is the most terrifying thing in my life. The fact that I don't know how to be a human. I don't know how to speak to anyone. I don't know how to be an anyone. All I know how to do is go into my room or in my own house and hide. And that's no life. I can have the biggest collection of video games from my childhood, old, new, whatever. That only dulls my pain just a small amount before I have to step outside and remember that outside this little TV is no one. It is the most terrifying thing ever in my life. And I've literally gotten so desperate to where I've gotten health insurance, which I'm already borderline paranoid on that. I have decided I want to try and find some therapy, but I already have problems with that as well. Like, for me, being ADHD and autistic, I have been pumped full of medication before. And I was a zombie. I couldn't sleep. I was doped out. I couldn't function. I was a failing high school student when I was on my medication. But when I took my senior exams and didn't take my medication, I passed with flying colors. How am I supposed to look at that? When I went out, when I exposed myself to my mother and told her I had depression, and they put me under medication, I didn't feel anything. Like, that literally just felt like a snake oil in a pill form. Like, when it comes to antidepressants, how are you supposed to know if it works or if it doesn't? And if it doesn't, most likely they're going to give me more pills to do more things wrong with me. So I would have to use more pills to retroact that. And that aside, if I go to therapy, there are therapists that do that. They'll pump you up full of medications. And if they don't, there's a good bunch of them that just want a paycheck. They don't give a damn about you or your problems or anything in between. They just care that you are here to pay them. There's very little, in my eyes, I don't see many therapists that what I need. But I need to find something. Because all I have is to just reach out for my friends for help, and they're tired of me doing that. Which is also sad to think. I've pushed friends aside. Like, I've lost people just out of just my own head. And I don't try. I don't want to. But I see no solution. All I can say is, I hope this insurance thing works. I'm praying, begging to either my four gods or any God that is real, or anyone that's real, or anything that's real, that I find some answer. Because I'm running out of patience with this, and this is starting to hurt really, really, really bad. And I'm starting to fear what I'm going to do with myself again. I haven't thought these thoughts in a long time. I should never be thinking like this, but these thoughts exist. And they're pushing in my head. They push harder and harder and keep pushing. And I can't escape them. I'm terrified of my life. I legitimately, still to this day, believe I should not be here. I should not exist. And the fact that I do only serves as the fact that I do not have the balls to end my own life. So I don't suffer anymore. And that's the sad, honest truth. It's gonna irk a lot of people when they hear this. It's gonna make a lot of people question, like, all these things and look at me. I'm sorry. But this isn't about any of my family. This isn't about any of my friends. I could, in my head, I could kill myself right now. I would be happy. I remember, and the common argument, how could you do this to us? How could you do this to us and this and that? Fuck all of you. Fuck everybody. This isn't about you. This is not about my family. This isn't about my friends. This is about me. The fact that I can't take this anymore. I have tried again and again and again to try and keep myself stable. I fight my head every single goddamn day to keep myself from grabbing a goddamn knife. Do you know how many, and nobody has any idea how close I get. So I'm hoping that I can figure this insurance out. I'm hoping that I can find a therapist that not only won't pump me full of medication, but will actually, what I'm hoping I can find, God, I gotta try and figure out the right words on that. What I'm hoping I can find is someone who can listen to me. Maybe someone who could offer like 2 cents, show me why I'm thinking this way. Prove in my head that these thoughts are wrong. These thoughts are minuscule and I don't need to think about it. And help me guide me to try and make myself better. Because another problem, oh, be positive, oh, think with a smile and stuff like that. That doesn't work. You can, look, watch this. I could smile all day long. I can sound as happy as I can. How are you today? Did you have yourself a good day? I had a fantastic day. I had a good day at work. I did this, I did that. I can fake it easily. I can talk words easily. But hearing what I'm saying and meaning it to myself, I can't do that. And that's another problem that I don't know how I'm going to figure that out, but I need to. Now, I make this video for 2 reasons. One, because to be honest, I am in a very dark place as we speak. And speaking it out literally does help in a way. And I'm honestly a lot calmer than I was when I started this video. And 2, like with all of the videos that I upload, I do my videos in case, let me rephrase that. 3 reasons. 1, so I can calm myself down. 2, for this reason right here, to show anybody who comes across my videos. So maybe someone's head is as deep as his darkest mind. Maybe darker. Maybe someone can see this and say, and learn that, okay, even if you can't afford it, that sitting with someone and legitimately talking with them, even if it's the most minuscule thing, it helps somewhat. It helps a little. I am not an advocate of medication. I'm not. Because I don't believe that there is a good antidepressant that won't fuck you up with the side effects. And I can't. And as a boy, as my boy self, and as my adult self, who is looking back at his boy self and remembering what I was when I was doped up on those medications, I can't be that again. So it's literally just a matter of waiting till January, hoping I can find what I need. Because if I don't know what to do next. I really don't. So with that, I don't think I have anything else I need to say. Anything else I can say without repeating myself more than I probably already have. But, yeah. I can't think of anything else. So, to all who ends up seeing this, or who will see this, a few people who are subscribed and watch my videos, I don't know what to say to y'all, honestly. This is me. This is what I don't talk about. And the only way I can think of myself of being better is to talk about it. And since I don't have anybody physically to vent to, or let me rephrase that. Because yes, I do. But it never goes well with it. I have one person, I'm not going to mention their names, despite how much I want to. Calls me a crybaby. I got the millions of people who say, love yourself and stuff like that. And then I have the people that I literally feel like I'm wasting their time. And it's hard for me, especially nowadays, to reach out and ask for help. Especially nowadays. Because I remember I've done that before. Through my childhood. And is anybody who has binge watched or watched all of my Straight from the Monkey's Mouth? We'll see. My childhood hasn't been the best. Besides my upbringing and how what my parents tried to do. The people around me, my life has never been good. And I was happy. Okay, here's a new thought that jumped into my head that I want to speak on while I'm here. When I moved out at 23. And this is a cigar, by the way. Since I don't have any fucking cigarettes, I need a short. I moved out at 23. And the reason, in my head, when I did it, was when I got a DUI, and I spent that one day in jail, my darkness, of course, spoke to me. But, and I still believe this thoroughly. I still, no matter how dark I am, I still thoroughly believe this. Through darkness, you will find light. That is chaos. That is what I live. Yes, life is negative. All I see is negative. And I try my best to learn the light from all of that. It's hard. But that's what I try to do. Through all my... So, when I was in jail, and I was lying on a little placemat on a metal bed, looking up at another metal bed, wondering how in the fuck did I get here? I did everything that my parents taught me to do, and I still ended up fucking up. It was through that I questioned myself. If they were wrong about that, because I was when I got arrested, I will say it again because I don't remember if I said it. I don't even think I said it. I don't think I did. I don't even think I talked about it. But when I got arrested, I told on myself. I snitched. I literally told everybody. I told the cops what I was doing because I was under the impersonation. Be honest with the cops. They'll work with you in the end. Surprise! Right. I moved out to see the real world. Not the world through my golden child goggles. Because when I stayed by night in jail, I learned that my golden child goggles, what I was seeing through those, were wrong. And I needed to find out the right way. Or the real way. And I could honestly say and I could sadly say I wish I'd been blind. But I can't. No one can. This is life. Life is sad. Life is depressing.